there's a certain hush that only a rainy morning brings, a softened world beyond the glass, a gentle drumbeat on the roof, and the faint scent of damp earth drifting in when you open the door just a crack. It's a moment that asks you to slow down. But whether you do depends on where you wake up, and how that place meets you. Welcome to Charette Theory, where we believe good design is more than visual, it's seasonal, sensory, and alive. If you're new here, we share ideas that help you shape spaces not just to look beautiful, but to feel like extensions of your daily rituals. If you find inspiration here, be sure to subscribe and join us for more stories about the ways our homes hold us, season by season. The kitchen has always been the heart of the home, but on wet mornings like these, it's more than just a room for cooking, it's a shelter for your senses. A place where cold feet find warmth, where grey skies find a counterpoint in glowing surfaces and quiet order. Picture stepping into a kitchen that greets you like a gentle ritual, heated floors underfoot, soft light drifting from hidden fixtures, tall glass panes that frame the rain rather than shutting it out. You place your mug under a coffee maker that knows your schedule better than you do. You watch steam swirl upward while outside, water beads and trails down the glass. This is what a high-tech kitchen can be on a rainy morning, not cold and clinical, but precise and comforting. Not impersonal, but designed with intention, so that technology disappears into the background and warmth comes forward to meet you. Today, we're exploring how to create that feeling, how to choose glass that gathers light, finishes that reflect it softly, layouts that flow without friction, and smart touches that make each grey morning feel like an invitation rather than a chore. So settle in. Pour yourself something warm. Listen to the rain if you're lucky enough to have it. And imagine your next rainy morning beginning right here, a calm, clear, and completely yours. Rain has a way of revealing things. It reveals whether your windows are clean or clouded, whether your rooms gather shadows or glow, whether your daily habits fight the weather or welcome it. Too many high-tech kitchens are designed to impress, but not to soothe. Their surfaces are polished to a mirror, their appliances sleek and hidden. But under heavy clouds, those same glossy surfaces can feel cold. The wrong lighting can turn a calm drizzle into a dreary haze. A kitchen that truly works for wet mornings understands balance. It leans into glass not just for its sheen but for how it catches light and multiplies it. It pairs metal with warmth, brushed finishes instead of harsh chrome, soft under-cabinet glows instead of sterile overheads alone. It recognizes that on grey days, you don't want to fight the gloom, you want to layer it with warmth, a sense of control, and just a touch of quiet drama. Think of how light pools on a rainy morning. Diffused, reflective, sometimes blue, sometimes soft gold when the clouds break. A well-designed kitchen harnesses this. It amplifies it through windows and glass panels, bounces it off subtle surfaces, tempers it with warm bulbs hidden where you need them. And the technology? It steps in when you don't want to think about switches or settings. Floors warm up automatically when the thermostat senses a drop. Your lights adjust as the clouds shift. A gentle voice command turns on the kettle while you stand by the window, watching the weather do its work. On days like this, technology shouldn't make a show of itself, it should make space for you to stand still, breathe in the quiet, and feel your home respond to the rain rather than retreat from it. At the heart of any rainy morning kitchen is glass, not cold sheets that shut you off from the weather, but panes that frame it like living artwork. A high-tech kitchen uses glass like a lens. Floor-to-ceiling windows become canvases for the drizzle to dance across. French doors open onto a small garden or balcony, turning the simple act of stepping outside for herbs or flowers into something cinematic. Even a backsplash of tempered glass reflects the soft daylight that filters through overcast skies, scattering it back into the room. Glass cabinets with frosted panels keep the space open while hiding clutter. A glass partition can divide a cooking zone from a casual dining nook without cutting off sightlines. And all of it is chosen to pull in every stray bit of light when the sun refuses to show. But glass alone needs help. This is where layered artificial light comes in. In a high-tech kitchen, it's never just one switch. Overhead fixtures can be recessed and dimmable, programmed to shift from warm morning glow to crisp midday brightness. Under cabinets strips wash counters in soft illumination, making even the simplest tasks feel intentional. Hidden sensors respond to movement, step barefoot into the kitchen in the early morning, and a gentle light spills at your feet, guiding you without ever needing to fumble for a switch. Together, glass and light turn the rain into a companion rather than an interruption. The world outside may be grey and restless, but inside, each drop becomes a note in a quiet symphony of reflections, shadows, and gentle warmth. A rainy morning kitchen isn't a place to rush through, it's a space to inhabit slowly, without bumping into edges or clutter. Its plan should feel intuitive, almost inevitable, guiding you from one task to the next in an unhurried arc. Picture a central island, not a fortress of cold marble, but a balanced anchor. Its surface catches morning light, its storage hides the tools of everyday cooking, its overhang invites you to sit with a book and a steaming mug while the sky does its grey work outside. Near a window, a built-in bench becomes the best seat in the house. Upholstered in something soft but durable, layered with a throw blanket, it's a place to watch raindrops pattern the glass and drip down the garden path beyond. Wide pathways connect the zones: prep, cook, clean, store. Nothing juts out awkwardly. Appliances slide seamlessly behind paneling or recede into walls until you need them. Smart storage, deep drawers, hidden charging stations, a pull-out pantry. Keeps the clutter of modern living tucked away but never out of reach. Underfoot, floors matter more than you'd think. Heated tiles or engineered with warm cold toes. A low, flat-woven rug adds softness where you stand longest, maybe by the sink or in front of the stove. Every step reminds you that design is about more than how a kitchen looks, it's about how it feels under rain-heavy skies. Materials are the quiet backbone of any kitchen, but on a rainy morning, they're more than functional, they set the mood. They decide whether the room feels cold and clinical or alive with subtle warmth. High-tech kitchens naturally lean toward glass and metal. These surfaces amplify light, echo the precision of modern design, and slip almost seamlessly into the background. But without balance, they can feel distant, a space you admire rather than inhabit. So think of glass as a lens, not a barrier. Glossy cabinet fronts catch the ambient glow of a grey morning and scatter it across countertops. A tempered glass backsplash doubles the light that slips through tall windows, creating little reflections that shift as the rain moves outside. Metal comes next, but choose finishes that mute rather than shout. Brushed stainless steel has a softness that polished chrome can't match. Matte black hardware feels grounded, adding contrast and depth without glare. Small details, like slim pulls on drawers or an understated faucet with clean lines, keep the look streamlined but not severe. Then add softness back in. A single slab of warm stone, marble with subtle veining or a honed granite, breaks the gleam of glass and metal with something naturally imperfect. Wood finds its place, too, maybe a walnut breakfast bar attached to the island, maybe open shelving that feels more like furniture than cabinetry. These warm touches don't dilute the high-tech edge, they temper it, anchoring all that shine with something you want to touch, lean on, or brush your fingers across while waiting for the kettle to finish. Underfoot, the material matters more than you might think. Heated concrete can feel sleek and surprising under bare feet on a stormy morning. Or choose large format tiles that mimic natural stone, easy to clean, gentle to stand on, and just textured enough to keep the rain from becoming a slip hazard if muddy boots wander in. The beauty of this balance is that none of it calls for your attention outright. You notice it in small moments, when morning light hits the backsplash just so, when your fingertips run over a warm wood shelf, when you step barefoot onto a floor that feels just right against the chill outside. It's subtle, but that subtlety is exactly what makes a high-tech kitchen feel human, especially when the weather is anything but predictable. high-tech kitchen doesn't earn its name from shiny gadgets alone. It earns it through quiet intelligence that hums beneath the surface, turning daily routines into small, near-invisible comforts. On a rainy morning, this matters more than ever. Start with what you can't see. Heated floors that sense when the temperature drops overnight, so when you pad into the kitchen half awake, the chill never reaches your toes. Smart thermostats that learn your patterns, adjusting warmth and humidity while you focus on breakfast. Lighting is where technology shows its gentlest hand. Motion sensors tucked under cabinets mean you never reach for a switch. A soft glow blooms along your path as you step in, casting a warm pool on the counter where your mug waits. Overhead, recessed fixtures adjust color temperature throughout the day, warm and golden at dawn, cooler and brighter when the clouds open up and you need a midday boost. Then there's the voice you hardly notice until you need it. A simple request murmured while your hands are full: turn on the kettle, dim the lights, play soft rain sounds. Small commands that shift your environment without forcing you to break the gentle rhythm of your morning. Even your appliances play their part. A smart fridge that tracks what's inside, reminding you you're out of milk before you reach for it. A coffee machine synced to your alarm, ready to brew the moment you shuffle in, saving you from the sting of a cold countertop while you wait. The point of all this is never to showcase technology for its own sake. In a high-tech kitchen that truly works for rainy days, the tech retreats into the background, quietly shaping your comfort, giving you time to lean by the window, sip something warm, and listen to the rain on the glass instead of wrestling with switches and timers. It's luxury not in what you see, but in how little you have to do, because the room does so much for you, all by itself. Even the sleekest kitchen can feel hollow without softness woven through. Precision matters, but so does imperfection, the tiny details that remind you this is a place to linger, not just a set piece to admire. Soften the edges with textiles that carry warmth where glass and metal do not. A Roman shade over a tall window, made of linen or a textured cotton, filters the light and echoes the hush of the rain. Seat cushions on bar stools, upholstered in something tactile, maybe a subtle tweed or a performance fabric that forgives a coffee spill, invite you to stay longer than you planned. A breakfast nook becomes the soul of the room. Built-in benches stacked with soft pillows or a single, thick cushion that shows a little wear, the kind that makes you want to sit cross-legged with your tea and watch water trail down the glass. A wool blanket draped over the backrest, always within reach for colder mornings when the storm clings to the house. Even small decor becomes part of the conversation. A row of hand-thrown mugs on an open shelf, a cluster of potted herbs on the sill, rosemary, mint, a bit of thyme, that remind you the world beyond the rain is still growing. Maybe a shallow tray on the island, gathering salt, olive oil, and your favorite tea caddy, so your ritual is always at arm's reach. The technology remains, but it fades into the background here. Under-cabinet lights glow like candles when dimmed low. A soft playlist drifts from an invisible speaker tucked behind a panel, rain sounds layered with faint piano or a slow guitar line that matches the hush outside. These touches don't clutter the kitchen, they anchor it. They remind you that beneath the sheen of glass and the hush of automation, a high-tech kitchen is still a kitchen, a place to breathe, warm your hands, and look out at the world with a quiet sense of belonging, even when the sky is grey and the street is slick with rain. So what does it all add up to? A high-tech kitchen for rainy mornings is never just about glass, metal, or gadgets. It's about how all these choices gather into an experience that feels calm, warm, and quietly confident, no matter how grey the sky turns outside. When you bring in glass that catches what little daylight there is, pair sleek finishes with subtle warmth, and layer light so it drifts into corners where shadows might linger, you change your mornings. You shape a routine that invites you to pause, to sip your coffee by a window and watch the garden glisten, to feel warmth under your feet while the rain taps a private rhythm overhead. The smart technology hums along in the background, taking care of the details so you can just be. The floor is warm when you step into the kitchen half awake, the lights adjust when clouds roll through, your tea is ready by the time you reach for your favorite mug. It's subtle, but it adds up to something bigger than convenience. It makes your home feel alive, responsive, and ready to wrap itself around you when the weather asks you to slow down. This is the heart of what we explore here at Charette Theory, how to shape spaces that aren't just stylish, but seasonal and human. Rooms that hold us through stormy mornings and quiet nights, that evolve with the light and the mood, that remind us good design isn't about perfection, it's about how a space makes us feel. If this vision sparked an idea for your own kitchen, or even just made you see the rain outside your window a little differently, I'd love for you to stay with us. Subscribe, share this video with someone who dreams of a warm corner on a grey morning, and tell us in the comments, what's one small detail that makes your rainy day better? Thank you for spending this time with me, for imagining warmth in the hush of rain, light in the quiet corners, and new ways to make your home a place that welcomes every season exactly as it comes. Until next time, stay warm, stay inspired, and may your next rainy morning greet you like a gentle invitation to slow down and feel at home.